They say podcasts are going to replace books. I don't know about that, but I do think TRS Clips will assist your learning process. The geopolitical map of the world right now. China is rising. We've mentioned repeatedly on this podcast how they're looking to surpass USA in around the year 2050. That's what they're targeting. Keeping all the data points in mind, do you think that's likely going to happen? And if it is not to happen, how will it not happen? What will the USA have to do from a geopolitical perspective?
I think the biggest enemy, the biggest obstacle China could face is China itself. What's happening right now is that its economy is beginning to stagnate. It had more than a decade of 10% plus growth. It simply exploded. It went exponential for the longest time. It began in the late 70s. It picked up a little bit of steam in the 80s. 90s onwards, it just went like a freight train. Now, what we are facing is that China is beginning to reach the stage of a middle income nation. Now they can no longer afford that incredibly cheap labor to build stuff. So now the economy is kind of slowing down. It's around 5 or 6% per year officially. Maybe it's way lower than that unofficially in the real sense. And the other problem they're facing is that their population is rapidly aging. Their one-child policy is bringing home disastrous consequences now. Every Chinese person is alone. They don't have any siblings. They don't have any uncles. They don't have any aunts. They have no nieces, no nephews. It's a strange society they're living in. And everybody is getting older. The whole nation, the average age is rising. In a couple of decades, it's going to be a graying nation. There'll be very few youth, statistically, as a percentage of the population. That is problematic. A country that has a youthful population always has a great future. India still has a youthful population. The Chinese are facing this demographic disaster. Their economy is also slowing. Their entire premise of replacing the US is predicated on their economy still continuing to grow, their military becoming more powerful, and their continuation of putting out dynamic leaders who can take the country forward. But if these problems continue to accumulate, the Chinese growth engine may stutter and stop and grind to a halt. It won't completely grind to a halt, but it will no longer be able to take them where they want to be by that time. So that may put the Chinese leadership under a great deal of pressure. Once societal pressures rise, then there is strife in the country. And there may not be, there's already issues with COVID and all that, the very harsh lockdowns they've imposed. There has been open dissent in society. And that's coming out in social media, which is very rare for China. So there are problems. There are cracks appearing. They may still be able to control it right now. But as time progresses, there may be problems that creep up and accumulate and become too large to bear. So then the Chinese may kind of panic. They may decide that whatever we can grab now, let's grab it and go to war. Try to grab Taiwan, grab something else, take over Japan, attack India. They could do something stupid. They do something stupid, a whole lot of dominoes will fall. And then we could have anything that could ensue. So I think that the Chinese could be stuttering right now. They may not be quite on track to achieve what they wish to achieve. They still have the big economy. They still have the industries. But will they be able to sustain it for the next 20 years? That's a big question.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the entire episode and also check out this playlist that we've curated just for you.